We stand on the shoulders of people like former Delta Supervisor Joe Drolette, former Mayor and current friend Dave Hollister, and our brothers and sisters of the United Auto Workers. Because of their leadership, we are indeed fortunate to be the home of 2 state-of-the-art General Motors assembly plants. Yet the challenges faced by our hometown car company have never been greater. Just as GM was turning the corner to a leaner, greener future, they were hit hard by the global financial meltdown. Late last year, when Congress was considering bridge loans for the Big Three, I invited mayors from across the state and nation to form the Mayors and Municipalities Automotive Coalition. Working together with mayors from Michigan, Texas, Louisiana, Ohio, and more, we took our cause to the nation's capital. There we fought for our future, for our cities, and for the millions of American families whose livelihood depends on the domestic auto industry. I refuse to stand on the sidelines while our car companies and auto workers are blamed for the sins of Wall Street. We brought the national spotlight right here to Main Street to prove that the most productive auto workers in the world are building the best cars in the world right here in Lansing, Michigan. The real challenge faced by our car companies is not about labor costs or building the right cars. The fact is that we're competing on a global playing field that heavily favors our competitors through subsidies, currency manipulation, and lax environmental standards abroad. I urgently call on President Obama and the U.S. Congress to address the unfair trade practices that have exported our standard of living and undermined our national security. At the Olympics recently held in China, we watched with pride as the Americans brought home the gold in event after event. I tell you, when the playing field is even, Americans can compete with anyone, anywhere in the world. I'm proud to have with me tonight Mike Green, President of UAW 652, and Brian Fredline, President of UAW Local 602. They are joined by Randy Thayer, General Manager of Lansing Grand River and Lansing Delta, our world-class GM assembly plants. Thanks for being here. For you and for all our brothers and sisters at GM and the UAW, current employees and retirees alike, I want to say thank you. We are with you 150%. And speaking of retirees, I happen to have brought with me my favorite GM retiree. Will you please join me in welcoming my dad, Julio Bernero? For my dad, who worked hard every day to provide us with a modest and comfortable standard of living, and for thousands of others like him, and across Lansing and across this country, I will never wave the white flag of surrender over the auto industry. Together, we can make sure that the next generation of cleaner, greener automobiles are built right here in Lansing and exported to the world. As we work together to build a stronger economic future for the Lansing region, we must also focus on sustainable development that respects and protects our environment. Our own Board of Water and Light was just recognized by the U.S. EPA as one of the top 7 utilities in the entire nation for environmental innovation. This past year, BWL fired up the largest solar array in Michigan and partnered with the Granger Company to turn landfill gas into clean energy to power thousands of Lansing homes. But we're not resting on these accomplishments. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce the Greater Lansing Green Jobs Alliance, a new partnership that brings together business and labor, education leaders, and environmentalists. Working together, we will capitalize on our new president's commitment to creating millions of green-collar jobs and make sure that those jobs are created right here in Lansing. The Alliance will focus on retraining today's blue-collar workers for the green jobs of tomorrow, adopting green building practices that are more energy efficient and environmentally friendly, and attracting green technology companies to the Lansing region in areas like wind, solar, biomass, geothermal, and hybrid vehicles. Please join me in welcoming the co-chair of the Green Jobs Alliance. Is the Sustainable Programs Manager at the Chrisman Company. He played a key role in creating the first double platinum LEED certified building in the world. The Chrisman Building, one of the true gems of our downtown, is a masterful combination of historic preservation and state-of-the-art environmental efficiency. Thank you, Gavin. Look forward to working with you. Tim Haggard is the president of Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local 333. As a key leader in the building trades, Tim will help us lead the way in adopting green building practices across Lansing's construction industry. Thanks, Tim. And from Lansing Community College, Deborah Cole, Interim Dean for Technical Careers. Dean Cole oversees LCC's nation-leading alternative energy technology program. She and her colleagues at LCC will help us teach the green workers of today and tomorrow the tools and techniques of the new green economy. Thank you, Deborah. I want to express my appreciation to all three of these communities for their willingness to serve and lead us into the future. When it comes to environmentally sustainable development and green job creation, Lansing, Michigan will lead the way. As we work to diversify our jobs base into alternative energy and the emerging sectors of the knowledge-based economy, we must ensure that we are creating the workforce of the future right now. And that leads me to tell you about the amazing things that are about to happen to this old schoolhouse. Last year, we announced an extraordinary public-private partnership that aims to prepare our young people to succeed in the new global economy. With a spark of inspiration from Adam Pitcher of the Home Street Neighborhood Association, the ingenuity, there he is, Adam, thank you. You see what happens with a good idea? The ingenuity of Michigan State University, the community spirit of Spartan Internet, the new Information Technology Empowerment Center, iTEC, was born. In the months ahead, within these very walls, youngsters will be engaged in a multitude of computer-based activities that will put them on track to become the nuclear scientists at FRIB. Sorry guys, you're going to have some competition. And the network engineers at IBM. iTEC will become a national model for leveraging all of this community's assets to secure our children's future as the knowledge workers of tomorrow. This would not have been possible without the collaboration. And again, our EDC was involved in this, MSU, LCC, it's the Lansing School District, all coming together to make this happen. That's really, this is this community at its best. Getting our kids on the right track and keeping them there is a job for all of us. All of us have a direct stake in the success of the next generation, and we each are called upon to do our part. Would our great former Mayor David Hollister, Lansing School Board President Hugh Clark, School Superintendent Dr. T.C. Wallace, and LCC President Dr. Brent Knight please come forward? I'd like you to join me for two very exciting announcements in this regard.